Hello Internet. Today we have a PNY 1080 Ti.
Yeah, that's the bomb!
While it may not be the bomb, it'll kick ass of most 3060s to this day at half the price. Not sure why that is. PNY has made the disassembly process rather strange, but once inside, we find a small piece of radiator that seems to have nothing to do with the rest of the card. That means this radiator does not provide any cooling to anything other than the core itself. Because nothing other than the core needs cooling according to PNY. PNY. Keep that in mind before you buy.
Yeah, we love PNY!
Okay, let's take some measurements. 12 volt kiloohms, 1.8 volt 870 ohms, memory with 69 ohms, PEX 76, this 12 volt line is kiloohms, and I accidentally skipped the 5 volt coil. It had 1.2K on it. And this one is 12 volt kiloohms. This coil here is also kiloohms and a 3.3 volt with 10K. First pair of data lines is looking good. Clock reference looks good. And another pair of data lines looking okay, as well as PEX reset. And let's take some voltage measurements. And so I was measuring for voltages. I found an interesting problem. Look at how many amps card will draw as I flip the switch. Almost nothing. But if we wait a couple of seconds, it jumps to normal. This delay in power sequence is possibly the cause for no detect situation. What we need to figure out now is what part of this sequence is broken. Since 12 volt and 3.3 come from the PCI Express slot, next voltage on the list is 5 volts. And as you would expect, because I'm recording it, the defect is not showing up. But what's happening is 5 volt will not rise for a couple of seconds after powering the card, as you've seen before. Right now, 5 volt rail rises and all voltages on the card also rise. And the card even outputs a picture and it seems to be okay. However, looking at the coil with the thermal camera shows excessive overheating. Okay, let's remove the coil and see which side is causing it to glow red. We have over 6Ks before and 1.2K after. No short circuit, but something is overloading this rail. At first I suspected the buck converter and I tried to replace it. That did not help. Then I moved these caps out of the way to see if maybe one of them is pulling the rail down to the ground. That also had no effect. Next step is to disconnect the memory phase controller by simply removing this 0 ohm resistor out of the way. And that seemed to help, but why? I connected the memory controller back to a 5 volt rail, supplied 5 volts from the power supply, and bam! The controller is now glowing like its Christmas tree. And now instead of 1.2K, we have 96 ohms. I guess whatever manipulations I did finally killed the controller, revealing the true problem. So let's remove this controller and replace it with a new one. Double check the resistance and we have our 1.2 kilo ohms back. That's good. As I was soldering the coil back, it decided to crack, so out with the old and in with the new. Now let's power it on and see. We have 5 volt. Nothing is getting hot, and I think it's time to test the card. Card produces a picture, and memory test has passed. That's great. But before I call it a fix, let me do something unusual. I will put this card in a refrigerator. Because lack of 5 volt on the card presented itself only after some time, I assume temperature may have some kind of effect on how it behaves. While card is ice cold, I'll power it on and instantly I get all the voltages, concluding my repair is a success. All that's left now is to put it all together and run some stress tests. Everything seems to work fine. Temperatures are a little bit on the high side, but that's due to a cooling design. It's not too terrible, at least not in the short term, because you know PNY didn't think of a long-term use when they were designing the cooling system.
PNY, you rock! I mean, you suck!
This is it for this repair. Hopefully you guys have learned something, and if so, please hit me with the like button and a comment below, even if you have nothing to say. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.